Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast. This forecast is for the week of August the 19th through the 25th. So we will be putting cards down for Monday going through Sunday just to see what you have coming up during your week. So let's put down some cards, shall we? Okay, Libras, what you guys have coming up on Monday is you have the Emperor showing up in reverse. Emperor in reverse just means that you are dealing with somebody on Monday who is someone who is in a position of leadership, who is not necessarily the most straight shooter. So this person may be a little bit corrupt. They may be taking advantage of their position. They may be misusing their position. And so this is somebody that you get the joyful pleasure of dealing with on Monday and figuring out what's the best way to work with this person or not to work with that person. Maybe if you're looking for just complete avoidance of that situation too. All right, now let's look at Tuesday for you, Libras. What we have showing up next is the Three of Cups. Now this is a really nice card. This talks about getting to enjoy some time together with people that you consider friends. So whether this is chatting on Skype or Facebook or Hangouts, or whether this is actually in person, or maybe even just back and forth with emails or text chat. But most likely this is going to be for most of you in person, hanging out with people that you actually enjoy. Now looking at Wednesday, what you have showing up here is the Five of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords in reverse is telling me that you guys are dealing with some kind of inner turmoil. Five of Swords right side up can talk about fighting, arguing, bickering, that type of thing. But when it's in reverse, sometimes it means different things to me at different times. And right now, what I'm picking up for you guys for Wednesday is that you have some kind of inner turmoil going on. You have a conflict. You have a conflict with yourself. There are some things changing for you. And I think your sense of right and wrong, or your sense of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable, or morality basically, has shifted a little bit. And with that shift comes some changes in perceptions and in how you want to deal with things. And so you have a little bit of this turmoil going, well, I could do this the old way that I always thought was okay before, but now that I'm looking at things with a different perception, I'm not so sure that I like handling things that way. Maybe I want to start handling things in a more upstanding way, in a way that has more integrity. And so there's this inner turmoil here with you about, well, this old way always got me by before. Like, why should I change it now? What was the downside? What is the downside of continuing with that? So you have this inner turmoil kind of tearing you up about how you want to handle particular situations, because you've always handled them one way, and it was always the best way that you knew how to handle them. But now you're realizing maybe there's a better way, but there's this hesitancy of trying something new as opposed to something that's familiar and comfortable. Okay, so some inner turmoil going on for you on Wednesday, Libras. Thursday, Page of Cups. Somebody's going to be letting you know how important you are to them on Thursday. Now, what I'm hearing is this can be a good card or a bad card, depending on where the person is and how important they want to tell you that you are to them. Okay? So this could be somebody with a love message. Definitely, it is right side up. But this could also be somebody that basically says, you've kind of got an overinflated idea about how important you are in my life. And I need you to know that I'm not going to jump through hoops for you, because I just don't think that it's worth that kind of energy and effort. So whether this person is in a good place or not, is a whole different story that we're not looking at on this card. But basically, bottom line is this card is somebody letting you know how much you actually mean to them. Okay? Now, let's look at Friday. So Friday, what you have coming up is the Hierophant, Libra. And the Hierophant is just telling me that you're doing something in a very non-traditional type of way on Friday. You're not following societal norms. You're putting your own twist on something, okay? Now, Saturday. Saturday, you have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse is telling me that you may be feeling a little bit disgruntled. You're definitely not feeling emotionally satisfied about something. Feeling disgruntled. And what I'm being prompted to say or to remind you is that when we feel disgruntled, that's a good key to notice that, you know what, maybe it's time to change something so that we don't continue to feel disgruntled. Okay, maybe it's time to change how we're handling a situation with a certain person. Hello there, Willie Dog's mama. Glad to see you here. Maybe it's time to look at what is triggering us and making us so disgruntled and deactivate that trigger. Maybe it's time to keep ourselves out of situations that make us feel disgruntled. Find other things to do with our time. Okay, so that's Sunday. You guys do have the Knight of Swords showing up here. I do believe that this is actually you Libras on Sunday. And this is you taking action. You're doing something to stand up for those things or those people that you believe in. Taking some kind of dramatic and swift action. Okay? So that is your weekly Libra. I certainly do appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please subscribe. Also, thumbs up, share, all of that good stuff. I do offer private readings. If you look in the description box below, you can see my website. All my contact information is there. So if you're interested in a private reading, all you have to do is get a hold of me and we'll get you scheduled quickly. So I will see some of you this week for private readings, and the rest of you I will see next week. Everyone, peace out.